everybody, so it's Kirsty Clinch here, and I'm going to do a video today to talk to you about my 14-track album, which is coming out or is out on the 3rd of September, depending on when you're watching this. It could already be out. I'm going to go through each song and just pick my favourite lyrics from each song, and also tell you a little bit about it, tell you how I came to make that album, and just a little bit about it. So enjoy, and I'm gonna go right into it. So yes, Evolution is my new 14-track album, and it's basically telling you how I've evolved as a person, but it's totally relatable to everybody else too. It goes from me being vulnerable when I was bullied as a redhead and more, and then my domestic abuse and narcissistic relationships I've been in, and also my struggles to kind of catch my dreams, and it's about the evolution of that. And then there's all these inspiring songs which tell you how you shouldn't go around and round, you should catch your dreams. And there's also 11 unheard tracks on there, because 3 other singles, you've got Fit the Shoe, Around and Round, Water's Running Low. The rest are 11 tracks you haven't heard unless you've been to my live gigs or you're really in tune with my YouTube. You may have heard 1 or 2 others. I started the album back in 2017, I believe, but obviously I was writing a lot of the songs before that, and during it I accidentally deleted the album twice. 3rd time lucky, finally found my sound, and I knew there was an absolute reason why I had deleted that 2 albums before, because it was not good enough, Kirsty. So yes, really proud of myself. Finally got here. I started releasing songs in 2020 during the pandemic, and now we're in 2021, near the end of it, but finally you have an album. I created it all using Logic Pro, a very old version of it actually, so hopefully you're impressed by that. Didn't see the point of updating it while I knew how to just about use it. I didn't want to complicate everything. I did it all from the comfort of my own bedroom. Everything you hear is recorded and made by me, and I got help by my lovely friend Pete Lamb, who did the mix and mastering and also played the bass guitar on all of the tracks. 2 of the tracks do feature someone called Tricky, I think, who is a friend of Pete's who lives in Spain, and he played the steel guitar for me. So track 1 is called Evolution, which is the name of the album. I wrote it back in 2018 when I was on the 3rd try of the album. I had some nerve damage in my left wrist, which left me a little bit incapable to play guitar, and I was getting really frustrated that I kind of sat down and wrote this song on the piano. But I only had kind of verse sections, no main section of this song, and I was writing it very differently to what I would on a guitar, and I was getting really frustrated with it. But the more I listened to it, this little melody got stuck in my head while I wasn't in the studio, and I kept thinking, where have I heard that song before? And I realised it was the perfect fit to my song. So I was basically writing this song outside of the studio, and it was the perfect match, which is where all these oohs parts come as kind of the main concept of the song. And it made a great opening because it isn't structured like a usual song would be for me. So I did that all on the piano because it was easier on my wrist at the time while I was waiting to recover, and I think it makes a great opening song. My favourite lyrics in Evolution are, I could try and erase your emotion, but love would be lost, and I want to salvation our nation. Just love it. Track 2 is Fit the Shoe. You know all about that song, but for those of you that don't, it is about my abusive relationship and narcissistic relationship. It's about being very trapped, not really knowing who you are as a person, not knowing why you're with this person that treats you badly, and coming out on the other side to a brighter future. The main lyrics are, why do we do the things that we do? To fit the shoe, it's such a silly thing to do, and it really is such a silly thing to do. I also love the line, I'm somewhat concerned you don't smile for you, because we don't these days. We're always smiling for what we want other people to expect of us. Can you actually say that you smile and you generally smile because of something that you did, or that you are proud of, or that you love about yourself, or you're just generally happy for your life? We need more of that. What I love about how I wrote Fit the Shoe is it's basically relatable to everyone. You do not have to be in a domestic violence relationship, or any relationship really. I wrote the lyrics very clever so every man and woman can relate. It's less personalised and it's made a great track. I love it. The third track on the album is called No Cornflakes, and I only say no cornflakes once in the song. It's like a metaphor. I explain this at gigs. Basically, it's like saying you don't want to be a cornflake because they are really like standard and boring, even though they can be lovely tasting. But when you put a little bit of sugar on top and you get Frosties, there's something about them. They're more endearing, they're sparklier, you're more attracted to them, you want more of it because they're tasty and they're addictive. And I wanted to portray that as a cornflake and a Frosty being me in my music. I want to stand out, I want to be different, I want people to want more of me. Also, my auntie Maureen's favourite song, she loved it. Unfortunately, I did not get the album done in time for her to listen to it, but she did hear the song and she absolutely loves it, and we miss you so much, Auntie Maureen, and I hope that I've done you proud. In this song, Uncle Peter can listen to it for you and play it around the house for you, and hopefully you'll be dancing wherever you are in the world now. My favourite lyrics from No Cornflakes has to be, cornflakes are lovely, but Frosties force you to crave. The fourth song in the album is Water's Running Low. Again, you know the song, and if you're familiar with my YouTube, my bra's falling down. If you're familiar with my YouTube, you will know I did a Viking video for it. So Water's Running Low is about not settling for the absolute, shallowest of waters and getting out there in the ocean, because there is a whole world out there for you. Don't settle for like the tiniest bit of water and hang on to the tiniest of situations, because it's probably not right for you. You've got a whole ocean to explore. Don't hold on to one person because you think it's right. Get out there and see the world, do what's right for you. My favourite lyrics in Water's Running Low, foolish, what if he takes your heart and goes? Then I'll have freedom to continue the life I still have planned. That's so important in relationships. I think we get so settled on one person that we think our whole life is about them, and then when they leave we have nothing for ourselves. So if you are in a relationship, make sure you love yourself undefinedly before you love anyone else, and make sure that you have something that is just for you, not as a couple. So if anything ever did break down, you've got that still for yourself, and you have enough self-worth to be okay in life. And as sad as that sounds, because yeah, that is my way of thinking because of all the hurt I've experienced in life. As sad as it sounds, it's also a positive thing at the same time, so bear with me with that one. The fifth song in the album is Round and Around. You know that one well. It did really, really well. Apart from the music video, I think it was because it was animated and didn't have my face in it, maybe you didn't like it as much. But yeah, Round and Around is basically dreams are in your hand. I made a merch t-shirt with that, but I've got my Evolution top on today for, obviously, because I'm promoting the album right now. It was right to wear it. But yes, Round and Around is about, in the bottle, it's about you fall down, and if you make mistakes in life, that's what teaches us to strive and do better in whatever project or situation we're working on. So the sixth song in the album is one that you would not have heard before. I don't perform this live, it's not on my YouTube. It is a new song, and I wrote it during recording. It just came out of nowhere. I was so fed up of people moaning I was too young, when I'm not too young. I'm now 33, but because I come across and I look young, it's great that people see me as young, but I very often get treated as if I'm very young, and I'm not. I'm very wise, and that's the only thing that bugs me about it. I love that I look young, They don't like being treated as it. And then you get the people that just assume when you speak wisely that you're too old for your time. And then you get the people that assume you're worthless and you can't do anything. So I just wrote this song saying, look, I am me. I'm gonna stay true to myself no matter what you do or no matter what you say. One of my favorite lyrics is, I may not be the perfect you see in the media. I know you'd rather be with Amelia. What happened to class? All men want is lots of, you can fill the blank in. There's a potential swear word in that song, but it just fitted so perfectly, and I just had to, yeah, I had to say it. I fill it in with a sound, embarrassing sound, but it works well, and it shows my maturity level, but also shows my creative level, and it's basically saying, I am me, this is my opinion, that's okay. We can have different opinions, but still be friends and still get on in life if we are old enough and mature enough to understand that. And also saying, I may not be the perfect you see in the media, I know that you'd rather be with Amelia. A lot of my relationships, I've just never been good enough for that person. Truth is, they weren't good enough for me. I'm just me. If you don't like me, that's fine. Go and be with what you think is the perfect thing for you. But I'm gonna be me, and one day I'm gonna be loved for someone that loves me 100%, no matter what. That's what the song is about. So the 7th song on the album is one of my favorites. It's called Adore. I don't normally write lovey-dovey songs. I used to a lot in the past and I found it quite cheesy because it didn't really relate to me whatsoever, especially now. But Adore is like having a go at that awful man in your life. And I wrote it originally for my friends, but subconsciously wrote it about my ex at the same time, minus the tattoos. But yeah, some of my favorite lyrics in the song, so you kind of understand the vibe of it, is, I thought I could love you, but there's nothing to adore. I thought I could go by looks, but that makes me a, ooh, another swear word. There's so much more than what you see. First impressions, they don't make me. But I thought I could love you, but there's nothing to adore. It just says it all, because you are just a beep. Can you find the rhyming word in that? You would 100% know what the song's about. But obviously I want to keep my album PG. I have a lot of children that follow me, so yeah, make your own assumptions. It could be very easily another word, but that's what it's meant to be in the most nicest way, because I have class and I like to keep my class within my music. But that is just the word that fitted. It was just the word that fitted, and it works amazingly, and it's true. That is all that person was. Yeah.